Welcome back to my channel at The Movie Optimist, where I try and find the silver linings in even the worst films. It is official, Superman is a success, so much so that David Zaslav has come out and publicly stated that James Gunn is going full steam ahead at writing a sequel for this film. And a lot of people are wondering, is this a Superman sequel? And James Gunn responded, sort of. And a lot of people are up in arms about what the hell that could mean. Is it a Superman sequel? Is it not a Superman sequel? David Zaslav said that he's writing the next chapter in the Super family, and some people are like, oh, is that like just an overall term for all superheroes? Or is it just within the Superman world and his immediate characters? And where a lot of people think it's The World's Finest, which is a Batman and Superman team-up movie, unlike where Snyder pitted them against each other before they wound up teaming up towards the end, The World's Finest starts with them teaming up right off the bat. The reason why I don't think it's that, on one hand, is one, because we don't have a Batman, and they're going to want to introduce a Batman first, which I believe is going to be in Clayface, if I'm being honest, but they're going to want to introduce a Batman first before just throwing them together in a team-up. I really think, especially given the fact that Supergirl is the next movie on the docket, that the next film being called a Super Family Team-Up is going to be a Superman and Supergirl team-up movie. And for those of you that haven't read the comics, that is canon with the comics. They're adapting the Woman of Tomorrow comic arc with Supergirl, where essentially, in the beginning, something really tragic happens to somebody very close to Supergirl. I will not spoil who it is for the sake of not spoiling potentially what happens in the movie, but something tragic happens to someone she loves, and she goes on a cross-galaxy adventure to find the person and get revenge. And accompanying her is a little girl that, again, I will not spoil for anyone that wants to be surprised going into the movie, but she has to, on one hand, grow up and get out of this adolescent, teen angst, heavily drinking version of herself and become the hero that she was destined to be. But because, unlike Superman, who was shipped off to Earth and spared having to see his home planet destroyed, he grew up with loving parents. Supergirl did not get to get cryogenically frozen and sent to a different planet. She had to watch the destruction of her planet and everyone she knows and loves die. And that messes with her and leaves her really traumatized and has a lot of PTSD. And although by the end of Woman of Tomorrow, she goes through a lot of really messed up stuff that really tests her limits, and she also does some stuff that's some really violent, grotesque, R-rated like stuff because she's just so angry at the hand that the world has given her. When she eventually does come to Earth after that quest she goes on, she is more of a hero than she was at the start of Woman of Tomorrow, but she's still a little asshole. And Superman kind of teaches her humility and love and respect and being a good person. And that's a really interesting dynamic that I think could play out over the course of the next Superman film, where the sequel would be them teaming up to take on a threat while she's being a little asshole, and he has to kind of teach her the right way to do things, at least the way that he does things. And it makes for a great character arc for both of them. For her getting out of the way of her own idiotic teen angst type behavior, and him having to take someone under his wing and be kind of like the parental figure that he's never had to do before. And it seems like James Gunn's big through line for the Superman character is heart. It's about loving and being loved. It's about acceptance. And I just think that that's a natural way to carry this franchise forward, is to put him in the mentor role, and we'll get more crypto. So at the end of the day, do I think it's a world's finest film? No. Do I think it's a 0% chance that it's a world's finest film? No, I wouldn't put money on it, but I do truly believe it is a team-up film with Superman and Supergirl. That's just the most natural way to take this. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's a world's finest film? Do you think it's a team-up between them? Or do you think it's just another sequel to Superman and he's just being coy about it? Let's talk about it in the comments down below. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch you next time.